Some of my expectations for camp was it's going to be a lot of fun, like last year. It was going to be a lot of work.
Knowing that camp ministry could be a way that I could use my nursing skills that I've been taking the past 3 years, like just combining the two was just super exciting.
I really honestly had no idea what to expect. I thought it was going to be more like a job, but a little fun at the same time.
Just to get to know a lot of people and just have a lot of fun.
That I would be accepted for who I was and I wouldn't have to put on a show.
I expected to just reconnect with my peers that I met the previous summer counseling and just continue to cultivate those relationships.
I did have some expectations and I was really excited. Though I've learned in the past that whatever my expectation is, God always seems to blow it up and make it something that's so amazing, so awesome than what I can imagine.
My first impression, right when I walked into camp, I saw Larry and he came up, he's like, "Hey Bridget, how are you doing?" And I was just so shocked, like, how did he even know my name? Like, I was just really impressed that he took the time to like learn every single person's name.
Last year when I came as a counselor, my first impressions were, this is amazing.
It was that everybody seems like a family, and I was really excited to become part of the family.
I've never been in a community that is so tightly knit like this.
My first impressions were just how rich the community is here.
While working at camp, God has humbled my heart, and I've like really started to understand like how glorious He is and how like minor but still absolutely loved I am.
This summer, God has shown me that I am not as important as others. I should be serving them.
God has taught me that I need to like focus on His timing and like what He wants for me.
My plans for you don't always look the way that you think. Like, you know, my plans are so much better and so much bigger than yours.
So far this summer, I've just learned to be a lot more unselfish and just willing to help other people.
I'd say the biggest thing that God has taught me is the value of relationships.
Is His perfectness and His sovereignty over everything, and that I'm here for a specific purpose. Each counselor's here, each camper is set in that counselor's cabin for a specific purpose, and it's all part of a giant plan, and we just get to see a tiny little bit of it and be a part of a tiny little bit of it.
Just remembering that you just have to keep surrendering to God. You know, you have to keep just pushing all your struggles up to Him, and He is gonna help you. He's gonna change your heart if you're not going after the right thing.
The toughest thing I've had to overcome in my position is that I'm a people pleaser at heart.
Honestly, I did not have a very good attitude about starting work in dish crew and ACON, but God has showed me that like it's awesome no matter what you can do to serve Him.
The toughest thing for me to overcome here at camp is pretty much myself.
Toughest thing that I had to overcome is my own pride.
I get set in my own agenda,
And I like to see what I can do, what I can accomplish.
when I'm down and out and in my weakest moment. Like, it's only by Him that I continue.
And it's kind of like God steps in, He's like, look what I can do.
That's when the Lord's strength, shines through.
You have this joy that God has you, and He's not going to let you go, and He's not going to let your failures affect these kids that are here.
The biggest thing that I'm taking away at this summer and previous summers is really how to listen to people and how to stop talking myself and how to be there for someone and respond to them.
Seeing that joy that they have and just like that everyday positive attitude and like every day of just like service is definitely something that draws me to camp and gives me a desire to be that to other people back at home.
Just how excited I became to meet new people and to get to know them.
Help them to understand that they're loved in a way that I didn't know how to do before.
Servant leadership, and how leadership is not always you being in front and directing and being the leader, as to say, the person that everyone sees, but you're serving, you're in the background, you're on your knees, you're cleaning, and you lead by example. And that's something that's huge into the world, I think, is lost. And that's something I'll definitely take home.